What's up, everybody? This is Just Fresh.
This is Monty Bush.
And we are the Jabroni Bros Wrestling Podcast. This is episode 5, baby. This week, we're going to be talking about everything that went down in the world of wrestling leading up into the Elimination Chamber.
We discuss our thoughts on NBC's Young Rock.
We're also going to be talking about Bad Bunny. Is he WWE's most valuable commodity?
I don't know. We're also going to be talking about Bow Wow and his commitment to wrestling.
It looks like he's kind of taking it serious now, bro.
Yeah.
What about AEW Dynamite?
Can't wait to talk about that.
We're going to talk about Santana Ortiz and the Young Bucks match. That was a superb show that they put on for us.
That was dope.
But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to follow us along at Jabroni Bros Pod and enjoy the show. What's up, everybody? This is Just Fresh.
This is Monty Bush.
And we are the Jabroni Bros Wrestling Podcast. Today is episode 5. We're coming at you guys right before Elimination Chamber. We're going to be going over what we thought about Monday Night Raw, AEW,
Friday Night SmackDown,
and NXT. We got a lot of stuff coming for you guys, and we want to celebrate some of our small victories. So we're going to get straight into our Jabroni Bros news. So, as I said, we hit 500 views on YouTube, baby.
Yeah.
We just starting out, man. And I think it's very important to celebrate those things. So, again, 4 episodes. You guys are showing us the support. We've asked you guys to help us out, and you guys are doing it. And I think that is such a tremendous thing, and we need the community support in order to make this pop.
I think that the Twitter account is really going up too.
It's lit.
YouTube, slowly but surely, 500 views with 4 episodes. Definitely take it.
In 3 weeks.
And we're rolling. We're keeping it moving, and you guys are paying attention, and we hella appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. So let's get straight into the news and rumors for the week, man.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, our new 24/7 champion. He went to Saturday Night Live, and not only was he there with the championship belt, he performed live with the belt.
Good for him. I mean, he's selling the most merchandise on WWE right now, and is leading into WrestleMania. And the more hype, the more better. And you know what? Maybe he's starting to take it a little bit more serious.
I think he is, man. And it really shows. The fact that Okay, so we'll talk about what happened on Raw. You know what? Why don't we just talk about it right now?
Let's go.
Okay, so during Monday Night Raw, we saw R-Truth in the background as Damian Priest I believe he was being interviewed, and Bad Bunny was there as well. R-Truth got pinned by Tozawa, and as Tozawa was walking away celebrating, he bumped into Damian Priest. Damian Priest is Bad Bunny's homie, slammed him up against the wall and was like, hey, bro, get this pin real quick.
Get that.
Yeah. What did he say in Spanish? He said, dale me, or something. I was like, yo, okay, I see you. He went straight for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, your new WWE 24/7 champion. And he went and took it to SNL. Man, I can't be mad at that. He's making our business look bigger, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that's really cool of WWE to even do that, especially right before WrestleMania. All the attention is worth it. And to be quite honest, I don't remember seeing a superstar like this for this long leading into WrestleMania since like Mr. T.
Exactly.
It's been a long time.
And you know what? I think they're doing it right because they're not doing it how WCW did with David Arquette by making him the world champion.
Right.
It's like, no, we're giving you literally our comedy belt. You know,
Yeah.
It's a modern day hardcore title, you know, and literally all you need to do is roll somebody up and get the pin and it's yours.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to beat the top guy in the company for it. So,
I would love to see who pins Bad Bunny. I want to see that.
Hey, it could be Miz. He could be on some hater.
Yo, if he cashed in for the 24/7, yo.
Anything's possible in the world of WWE.
In the middle of a concert or something, that would be raw.
Yes,
That'd be raw.
Oh, man. Speaking of things that are raw, let's talk about, we got some brand new news about the AEW video game that is coming out soon.
Okay, I did not hear about this.
So I'm excited. So the game that was announced, I want to say about maybe 6 months to a year ago, but because of course the pandemic, things kind of slowed down. And the reason why I say things are raw about it is because they're working with the old developers of the old WCW.
THQ?
Yes.
THQ?
With Ukes.
Okay.
The old people that made WCW vs. NW Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, all the really fun wrestling games from back in the day. That's who's working with AEW, and it's expected to be coming out the first quarter of 2022. So that means around this time of year, next year, we should be having our eyes or hands on the new AEW video game.
I'm feeling that. See Cody Rhodes look at his head and go, oh. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it.
Love it. Man, another thing that I love this week was Young Rock. Did you get a chance to see Young Rock?
I actually watched it twice.
Nice. Okay, so Young Rock comes out, and this is Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on NBC.
Yeah.
One of the things that I loved about it is that it shows The Rock at 3 different stages of his life. He's a young man, just learning about, the business. He shows Rock when he's, I believe, 15 years old when he's in high school, and then it also shows him his first year in college. And it was really cool because it had some real old school wrestlers. Who do you recall seeing on there?
Andre the Giant,
JYD, Junkyard Dog. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, Junkyard Dog.
We saw Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik, that was my favorite one. His uncles too.
Wild Samoans.
Wild Samoans.
Of course his father, Soul Man Rocky Johnson.
Yeah, of course. And the guy that's playing his father is so dope, dude.
He looks just like his dad.
Yeah, it's really
actually all the characters really look like not only the wrestlers portrayed, but his family, that looks dead on them.
Andre the Giant, the guy that's playing him, his voice is so dope. Like it's very real, like believable.
What was it? What did he say? He said, "You think it's fake?
It's fake? Is this fake? This is not fake." Now we hug. He puts him down, and then like his dad's like, I did not raise my son like to be like this. That's your boy.
And this is a real wrestling show, man. What I loved about it is like the whole episode's premise is about working the gimmick. And for those that are unaware of what a gimmick is, so that is basically your character or whatever the story is. Mm-hmm. That's your gimmick. So Rock, I don't want to spoil things, but of course you should watch it. But he has to learn how to work the gimmick of life, of the things that are presented in front of him, and it shows you how Rock learns things and overcomes things in life, and it's pretty awesome.
Like this, we work the gimmick. I am a beautiful man. You guys see that, and that's what it is.
And I'm a handsome man.
See, horrible people, beautiful men. That's what we do.
That's what we do, man. Speaking of what we do, I am really proud of Zelina Vega. She is doing what she wants to do out of life. She left the WWE when they were trying to take her money from, I believe she was trying to stream.
Yep.
And they wanted control of everything. And I really appreciated her being independent. We found out earlier today that she is now a free agent. Uh-huh. Could she possibly be in AEW?
I would love to see her in AEW just because of the fact that she is such a character. And, her coming out as Vega for the Royal Rumble.
Nice, right?
Like, that was so dope. I hope her cosplay is crazy.
Her cosplay is crazy. If you guys haven't seen her Twitter or just her Instagram, she's huge in the cosplay community, and she has some of the best outfits of like anybody that we'll insert some images on here so you know what I'm talking about.
No, she's dope. Can't wait to see if she does decide to go to AEW, and she'll have a big role over there.
Speaking of another man that we talked about in the last episode, Bow Wow. Y'all thought we was playing. No, Bow Wow is actually training in LA now with Rikishi, WWE Hall of Famer, to make his wrestling debut. So he's clearly taking this serious. Again, some people were trolling him online about it, like not thinking that like, oh, you don't belong here kind of thing. But no, man, my man Bow Wow, he's really putting his best foot forward.
I say good for him. He's taking it serious. We'll see how far it goes. He's training with Rikishi. Hey, you know what I mean?
And Rikishi's trained some great wrestlers. I believe he is right out of Oxnard in like the LA area. And I believe he had some time with Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf who's in MLW, of course, of the Anawahi lineage. But yeah, man, I'm excited, even though Bow Wow is so small. You put it with somebody like Rikishi, then I think you can make big things happen.
I was about to say, he's gonna have heat off the bat.
Yeah.
And people are going to tune in. And Vince loves that. You know what I mean? So I'm down. Whatever. Go ahead, Bow Wow. Let me hold you.
Oh, man. I was going to try and segue that, but I don't know. So let's get into this week in wrestling. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw first. And let's just get straight to it, man. The show opens up with the Miz TV segment with Drew McIntyre. the funny thing that I noticed was that Miz kept on calling him Andy. Did you peep that at all?
Yeah, he kept doing that, man. Miz is getting into his bag as of recent. I'm kind of liking it. It's getting better. It's getting better.
He is getting better, man.
He's getting better.
And Drew got pissed off at him, hit him with a huge headbutt after he interrupted him while he was talking, and he threw the Money in the Bank like clear across the Thunderdome. But you know what? That brought that fired up Miz that we talked about before. After that, he was pissed, and he was like, you know what? I'm the Money in the Bank champion.
Yeah.
I don't even have to be in this match. Like, why am I in the Elimination Chamber? And he ended up freeing the spot. And we later found out that Kofi Kingston took that spot, which is perfect because he was a former WWE champion just 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah,
on the road to
years.
WrestleMania. Yeah. That was Kofi Mania. And why not? I'd rather have him than The Miz, honestly.
Again, I agree with you on this, but again, I feel like this spot could have went to somebody else.
Somebody young,
somebody that has a group, a stable, or somebody that could just be high flying.
Somebody like a Ricochet or a Mustafa Ali.
Perhaps. I feel like they, once again, man, like if you have retribution around the ring, or even finding out how to get into the Elimination Chamber to help, bro, that changes everything.
It does. But you know what? They chose to go the safe, predictable route.
They did.
With the whole everybody in the chamber is a former champion thing.
Right.
And
it's Kofi, so I'm not going to hate on Kofi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to hate. But that was my way of thinking. Was like, that's dope, but damn. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, and then let's talk about what we later found out, that Braun Strowman, he tells Adam Pearce that he feels like he should be in the Elimination Chamber. Now, he says he's a former Universal Champion and says that Pearce is basically like, look, dude, I get it, but, I'm just the messenger. I can't do anything about this.
Right.
And he says, since you're the messenger, tell Shane to make things right. And if he doesn't, he promises to make that he's not going to make things pretty around here. So pretty much now we have Braun Strowman in the back end looking for a spot as well. Could we see him in the Elimination Chamber this Sunday? What do you think, man?
He could possibly appear and I don't know, maybe take somebody out and then have to take that spot.
Okay, so if he was to take anybody out, who could you see him taking out?
Jeff Hardy.
I was going to say the same thing. If you're going to take anybody out, take out Jeff Hardy.
Take out Jeff Hardy.
He's the easiest target. He has no storyline leading into this match.
If this doesn't happen, it could be a build-up between Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon.
Okay.
That I could see that happening too.
That match at WrestleMania?
Yeah, because Shane McMahon is known to go against the biggest guy.
Very true.
You know
Undertaker in the past.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to watch to see how it builds up, because Shane McMahon can work the gimmick, man.
Yeah.
He can work.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Later in the night, we saw the Hurt Business, MVP, Shelton Alexander, and those three, versus Matt Riddle and the Lucha House Party.
I did not watch this part. I'll be honest with you. I kind of just feel like, all right, this is cool, but honestly,
are we seeing too much of the same?
Yeah, basically. I don't want to see Matt Riddle with Lucha House Party.
Neither do I.
I don't want to see that. It's not interesting. I want to see the Hurt Business at all times.
Yeah.
But not
putting the hurt on people.
Yeah, but not this. I didn't want to see it. I skipped it. Sorry. I have nothing for you on this.
So I will say that one thing that I did appreciate about it was what happened after the match. So Matt Riddle, he goes on a run and he starts going crazy. He starts hitting everybody with the knee strikes, and it looks very similar, or it made me think of a Kenny Omega hot tag. Dude goes crazy, basically hitting the knee triggers or the V triggers. Same thing as Kenny. And he ends up winning the match with a floating bro on MVP. Post-match, Lashley comes out and destroys again. And like I said, Lashley was my wrestler of the week last week, so I couldn't wait to see what he was going to be doing this week. And he just throws Riddle around in the Hurt Lock until he's out cold.
Again, I guess it was kind of just predictable for me. Like, I knew something was going to happen with that. Because, I don't see Bobby Lashley's name on the card, but yet I see the Hurt Business and Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle's about to get this business somehow.
And the rest of the Hurt Business didn't have a tag team championship match announced for the pay-per-view. So it's like, okay, something's clearly going to happen.
Right. So yeah.
Okay, let's talk about something that none of us seen happening, which was Charlotte Flair and Asuka versus Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce with Ric Flair.
Did not see any of this happening.
Okay, so let's break it down for our viewers. What exactly happened? Lacey the whole time is avoiding going into the match. This is a tag team match, and she's making Peyton do all the work.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting that business. She's getting that work, and she can't do anything. Eventually, Peyton gets the tag while Lacey's caught off guard.
Right.
Bush, would you like to explain what happened next?
Basically, she just walks off. She basically jumps off the mat, walks out, walks down the ramp with Flair, right?
Mm-hmm. And she says,
I'm pregnant.
That's right. Lacey Evans is announcing that she is pregnant. And
it's real. It's real. She's actually pregnant.
we found out this is no kayfabe. She is shoot pregnant, as the wrestlers would say.
Shoot pregnant. Yo,
but we found out storyline it is going to be Ric Flair as the father.
Yo,
what do you think about this?
Whoa!
Who's your daddy? Or no, what he said? He said, "Call me daddy."
Call me daddy.
Whoa! It was great. This is what wrestling's about, dude. Like, this is reminiscent of the whole Mae Young storyline with sexual chocolate Mark Henry.
Oh,
like,
that's really good.
Think about it, man. It's just a new generation. You have an old person with a young person. It's just flip. You know, it's a young woman with an older man. But if you're going to do any old man, you might as well have the dirtiest player in the game.
The dirtiest player in the game. Oh, my God. That's so great.
Call me daddy.
Woo! Charlotte Flair just looking like, fuck. What the hell? So my thing is, okay, now what do you do? What do you do with this Asuka situation?
So Lacey Evans was supposed to have a match with Asuka this Sunday at Elimination Chamber, but I believe clearly they had to pull her out.
Right.
Do you think that they're just going to put Peyton Royce in that spot?
Oh.
Since that's the tag team partner?
You know, card subject to change.
Yeah, I mean, okay, because look, where's this really going for WrestleMania for the Raw side? We know Bianca Belair is going to challenge Sasha. That's a given. I'm sorry, but that's where the story's going. So for Raw, I think that we're leading up to Charlotte and Asuka, or we're going to get some sort of interaction with somebody new, maybe a Rhea Ripley, which I'm hoping for, but clearly has not happened post-Royal Rumble.
Unless you, out of nowhere, somehow, some way, insert Alexa Bliss into this.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because Alexa Bliss had a really crazy segment in the show.
Right.
She does like some demonic ceremony to summon the Fiend. She was sitting on there with a pentagram, and I think we may be seeing the return of the Fiend.
Probably. He has to be coming back. If not, then is the Fiend in her or something like that?
That's another thing I wanted to pose a question. Do you guys believe that the Fiend is possibly already inside and possessing Alexa Bliss? Is that why she's able to change into those multiple personalities?
It's very possible.
Very much possible. Hey, this is wrestling. Anything's possible.
And that's what I mean. Like you remove Ric Flair and his baby mama.
Yeah. And you go straight into
and you go right into that. Like, you know what I mean? There could be something going down because let's keep it real. Asuka, if you know her old past, she was kind of a demonic a little bit too.
Yeah, she was wild with the I want to say like the face paint and all the
fake blood capsules and stuff like that. If you really look at Asuka's old footage, you'll find that.
But Asuka's such an ass kicker. I can't see her losing to Alexa Bliss. And granted, they did have those matches on Raw. I really think they could just tap into her just being this unbeatable person. What I'd like to see Asuka and Charlotte for the Raw title, and Asuka get her win that she lost from Charlotte, who broke her undefeated streak.
That would be great.
I think that's fair.
I'm fine with that.
Right? Okay. The last match that we had for Monday Night Raw was the Gauntlet match, which was to be the last person to enter the Elimination Chamber.
Ah, okay.
This was dope. The match started with AJ Styles versus Kofi Kingston. Even though Kofi already had a match within the night, they had our boys start off in the damn Gauntlet match again.
Why am I not surprised?
Right?
Why am I not surprised?
Against AJ Styles of all people.
Like, God, man.
They don't want none. They don't want none.
Jeez, Karen haircut himself, man.
Kofi ends up getting the upper hand, and Woods, he starts doing the New Day Rocks song on the trombone. Omos grabs Woods and throws him completely over the barricade.
He's trying to hit him in his arms. Like, you let me go! Let me go!
It almost looked like Marco's stunt. With how small he was compared to Omos, dude. It was crazy. Yeah. But ref ends up kicking out Omos because to clear interference. And Kofi's eliminated by the phenomenal elbow. Out comes Drew McIntyre next. Drew takes out AJ after a hard fight, but next up we had Jeff Hardy coming out. Jeff is eliminated after Drew gets the leg up after Jeff goes for a swanton bomb. Drew hits the Claymore, and then out comes his biggest rival, or his, I would say, current rival that they never end, is Randy Orton.
It's the song that never ends, man.
Randy comes out. They start the match, but he gets immediately distracted by the demonic Alexa Bliss. She shows up on the Thunderdome screens after that whole little ceremony that she did, and I think they're hinting at the Fiend's return. It has to be soon. And if it's not at Elimination Chamber, it's going to be immediately after.
Yeah.
But basically after that, he gets counted out because he's so distracted by what's going on in the Thunderdome. He gets hit by the Claymore as he tries to get back in the ring. Bam! Out comes Sheamus, of course, who's going to be last. Yeah. He attacks Drew from behind, and he's like, they're really trying to sell like he's really hurt. But it's like, dude, it's a gauntlet match, so either way you're going to have to go. And he's like, all right, what are we going to do? We're going to start the match? So he finally, gives the ref the hand, like, let's get it on. And Sheamus beats that ass.
Yeah, well, okay, the only thing about Sheamus that I'm like, go back to old Sheamus. Don't take off this cab driver hat. This.
I think that might be the real Sheamus, though.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I could see him really dressing like a Gangs of New York style dude, walking around like looking for the phone.
Because I just see it in it the white tank, wife beater.
Uh-huh.
It just kind of reminds me of somebody that used to do that. Trying to remember his name. He works for AEW. God, yes, certain dude. He was with the Shield.
Mox,
something Mox.
Dean?
Some
Bros?
Yeah, Mox Bros?
Yeah,
something like that. It kind of reminds me of that. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
I see what you mean there.
But other than that, cool. Whatever.
Sheamus ends up getting the upper hand in the match, and he is going to be the last entered in Elimination Chamber. Further continuing their storyline of the best friend betraying the champion in order to do anything he can for the championship.
It's better than the Andre the Giant Hogan thing. It's better than that.
No, it's not. You know what?
I'm trying to keep a straight face.
I'm going to be honest. This Drew McIntyre and Sheamus shit, it's not for me.
No,
I'm just going to be honest. This makes no sense. Sheamus should not be fighting for anything near WrestleMania season. I'm sorry. I've seen it time and time again. This dude has been with the company for 10 years. He's had every opportunity to be in every position. I don't care if you guys were friends 10 years ago. It does not matter to me. Put somebody in there that is going to be entertaining for WrestleMania.
I don't know why the champion isn't facing like a whole stable.
Bro, at this point, I would rather just see Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre. Like, just like, if you're gonna just make him fight big muscly men, like just give him Braun or something. Like,
this is like microwave dinner. Like this is
they are spoon feeding Drew McIntyre to be this champion and just trying to make him as credible as possible. And you know what? Sometimes you have to just be like, you know what? Hey, maybe he's just not it. Maybe he is just a cool dude, but maybe his ceiling is without even trying to be like.
I feel like it's unfortunate that he's the champion right now.
But you know what? Everybody keeps making that excuse for him. But when he was there earlier, he wasn't that dope. That 3MB shit was not fire. He didn't look cool until he had a beard. Like, I don't know what the dude did. Like, he went out to the independents, came back, and yeah, he was fire. But he's not translating 100% the way that other champions have, and maybe he's just not the guy. Maybe you need to put it on somebody else, like maybe a Bobby Lashley, maybe a Keith Lee, maybe these other new talents, because you've given this guy the ball and not much has changed.
I say let him drop the title, bring back 3MB, and then let him go back and forth for titles after that.
They got to do something, man, because after this...
Because it's getting stale.
I'm getting to the point where I'd rather see Brock Lesnar come back and just destroy him.
Yeah.
Just come back.
I'm down.
Whew.
What are we doing now?
Man, let's go into NXT next.
Okay, let's do NXT.
Show opens up with Kyle O'Reilly calling out Adam Cole. He wants to explain why the hell did he super kick him.
Why did you do this to me? Why?
Out comes Roderick Strong to basically be the peacekeeper. He's trying to keep things cool within Undisputed Era because he knows basically if Undisputed Era is done, he ain't got no home no more. He's like, look good. I'm eating good off this gimmick.
We gotta keep it cool.
We gotta keep working this gimmick here, okay, brother?
Yeah.
Out comes Finn. He's pissed because he's saying like, yo, I don't know who to trust. I thought you was cool, Kyle, but then as soon as I trusted you, I give you my hand, I get snaked from behind. So what's up?
And then my man Pete Dunne attacks with him and his tag team.
Him and his goon squad.
Yeah, they come out.
Oni and Danny Burch,
which basically set up a 6-man tag
in the main event. Yeah.
Santos.
Speak about him.
Yo, Santos Escobar. My man said, "Look, you want to fight me tonight? Not. When I tell you to, that's when we'll fight. When I say."
Yep.
So tonight, I'll see you later.
Classic heel shit.
Yeah. It was very slimeball-ish, and I loved it.
I loved it too.
I loved everything.
We actually found out before we recorded this episode that William Regal went on Twitter, I believe, and said that this match is now going to be a no DQ match. That changes everything.
That changes everything into the favor of Escobar, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now that means Legado del Fantasma can get involved.
Mm-hmm.
We good.
I love that name. Legado del Fantasma.
Legacy of the Ghost.
Yo, that is so raw.
That's fire, right?
That's so raw.
Let's see. What was another good thing?
Let me talk about these. Let me talk about these botches. Let me talk about these botches.
Okay, if we're gonna talk about botches, I think it's only fair that we do both NXT and AEW at the
Let's
same
do
time.
it. I'm down
because
dude.
this shit was garbage.
Yo, man.
Like for real. They had this new girl on NXT, and I can't even remember what her damn name was, but she has this finisher where she does she twists him back and hits him with the knee like a go to sleep, and boy did she miss that shit.
And see,
this is why people think wrestling's fake, because of shit like this.
Because you could clearly see that the knee does not connect or doesn't even hit anything at all. You just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you oversell it.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, well, it looks like she didn't get all of that.
And a lot of people, WWE is real slick. They will shoot it, and when they do the replay, they'll show you from a different angle, so you can't fully see the connection of the knee. So you're like, oh, cool, man, that shit look kind of clean. But no. Again, if we're gonna be fair, we can't only criticize WWE.
No,
because AEW, same night, the opening match, we had Hangman Adam Page and Matt Hardy versus the Hybrid 2, TH2, and Helico and Jack Evans.
And we like them.
I really like Jack Evans.
We like them.
Dude can break dance. He does backspins and shit. Like it's funny. But you went for that damn moonsault off the top rope, and you. Missed, and they tried to play it. It doesn't look like he got all of it. No, bro. You got about 10% of that.
He couldn't even flip all the way backwards, and it was weird because it's like, how? And then the finishing
so Matt Hardy hits Angelico with a twist of fate, and we all know what that is. Hits him with a headlock, and he just hits him with the spinning neck breaker, and Angelico does a goddamn handstand.
Yeah.
Like, how are you hurt? And selling it, you went straight into a handstand.
What about the Hangman Page entrance when he does his what is that, the slingshot or whatever, when he jumps over the rope?
Oh yeah, the buckshot, the buckshot lariat.
Yeah.
So and the timing was all off on that shit.
The timing was terrible. This dude stumbles to even get to the timing.
Bro, if I didn't know no better, I would have thought those two were either concussed or just knocked out during the match because their timing was off. And those two aren't really like that. They're usually on point with their shit. No, so that really caught me off guard.
This was terrible. The squash match with Orange Cassidy was horrible. There was just a lot of things that was going on at AEW that was just like, what the hell is going on here? And then, I said,
you know what? Let's jump back and forth between the shows then, since we're talking about it.
NXT, the first two women's match, trash, pure trash. I know this is a developmental thing, but if you're not ready for this, just don't even put this on. That was the
Candice LeRae and Andy Hartwell versus Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, right?
Good God, bro!
Crash City.
And
Ember, I get it. You have that cool ass finisher, but you got to connect with the rest of your moves.
Even the other girls, they weren't even able to hold onto hands, just to lock your hands up.
Yeah, bro.
And I get it. it's not easy to do this. It's very hard. I understand that completely. But guys, women, men, it don't matter. Yo, like
make it look good.
Yo, come with it, man.
Make us believe it. Remember, you're selling us the gimmick. You're working us.
Oh, you didn't get all that.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like she didn't get all that. Like, come on, man. Yeah, of course she didn't. She didn't finish.
So honestly, I was kind of underwhelmed by NXT this week. There was a lot of filler to me. Yeah, there were some cool matches, but I'm not even going to go through all that. We're going to talk about what happened in the main event because that was the real story of the show.
Yeah.
We saw Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Finn Balor versus Danny Burch, Oni Lorcan, and Pete Dunne.
Good match. It was a good match. Good storytelling.
We were all here for one thing. We wanted to know what the hell happened, why Adam was reacting the way that he was post NXT Vengeance Day. And boy, did we find out more. Well, actually, I think Adam Cole's actions spoke for themselves when he came out and kicked Kyle in the face with another super kick and then suplexed him onto the steel steps.
Yo, that spot right there when he did that suplex, it looks like he hurt himself doing it.
Right.
And it really made me just go, damn, like he must, it looked like it hurt.
Did you see how crazy that wrestling Twitter was going the next day over that match? O'Reilly was selling that injury or that move so much that people on Twitter, they were reporting that he had a seizure.
That's right.
He's a type 1 diabetic, I believe. And when COVID first hit, he originally took a break because, he didn't want to like overwork himself and, he's immunocompromised.
Yeah.
And people were just going crazy about it. They I think it was Ryan Satin had to go and like clarify, like, hey man, I did not say nothing about no seizure, But yeah, he ultimately was just selling the injury.
Well, he sold it that damn well. The Twitter went crazy over it. Who's the guy that you can hashtag me? I told you so or whatever. There was a part on NXT.
Pat McAfee.
Yeah, Pat McAfee. I was
from the Colts.
I was dying with that. I was.
But he was right. No, so this whole time, we've been looking at Adam Cole as the good guy, but maybe Adam Cole was the bad guy the whole time. And in reality, Pat McAfee was right for doing what he did to him.
He said it in such a jerk off.
He's a great heel, man. I'll show you some more matches of his because he's only had 2 matches. He was in War Games, and then he had a 1-on-1 with Adam Cole, and they were both great, surprisingly good. But I mean, he's an NFL athlete, of course.
Okay.
Let's talk about what happened during the match. Pete Dunne, he picked up a big win after hitting a distracted Finn Balor with a bitter end, getting his first big win over someone like Finn Balor, and I thought that was huge because I looked at that as like the passing of the torch from the older, more established European indie wrestler to the newer, like, hey man, you definitely here now. We want to present you more as that top guy.
He deserves it too. I'm here for it.
With Pete Dunne, that's what we mean, of course.
Pete Dunne will break your fingers, step on you, and
stretch you.
Yeah, and he'll stretch you.
Post-match, Adam Cole comes back and super kicks Finn Balor and then holds the title over his head as the show ends.
Yeah, that was great. That's the way a heel should do it.
Man, so we talked about this earlier before, we were recording, but I felt that AEW Dynamite was really a two-match show for me this week. What did you think, man?
I could see your point. My biggest thing...
I'm sorry. Let's say what those 2 matches were.
Yeah.
Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz, and then the main event with Eddie Kingston, Butcher and the Blade versus Jon Moxley, Phoenix, and Lance Archer.
Okay. Well, if we're going to do that, and you could be right, but I don't think that the main event was even that big of a deal. I think that 6-man tag was so sloppy.
Okay.
I think it was just a slop. It was,
and you know what? I can agree with you, especially compared to the match that they had last week with that Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah.
With the damn box of potatoes.
How do you top that with this? It was like you were trying to mix oil and water together. It eventually came together, but it was like forced.
Okay, so what did you enjoy about the show?
I really liked FTR.
Okay.
I liked FTR.
Versus the Seidel brothers?
Yes, versus the Seidel brothers. The reason why I liked that match was, one, they were in my personal opinion, they were the underdog of this whole TV thing for this week. You had to come after the Young Bucks match, which was
phenomenal,
insane, and to me, they put them in this slot where they were supposed to lose, like lose attention, and man, they actually FTR they impressed me incredibly.
I love the dynamic. I think that FTR, what's so great about them is they look like a real like tag team that you would see in the WCW days. Like they remind me of like a young Four Horsemen.
Yeah,
that's what I see.
Yeah.
He, like young Arn and Tully, like, and granted they do have Tully with them now, and that's easy to say, but they look like a classic WCW tag team, and I think that's really dope.
I would love to see FTR versus the Good Brothers.
I'm good with that.
I want to see that match.
You know what they ended up announcing for next week? It's going to be FTR with Tully Blanchard versus Jurassic Express in a 6-man tag.
And that's the other thing. Jurassic Express came out, you know what I mean? They came out after the match, after FTR won, to kind of get their revenge from what they did to...
Luchasaurus's horns?
Yes. So that was dope. It was a good way to set that up. We're going to see Tony Blanchard wrestle.
Yeah, and I believe he's in his late 60s.
Yeah.
But let's talk about another 60-year-old man. Crazy segment. Sting got powerbombed. Sting got powerbombed by Brian Cage. This man is finally getting active back in the ring, and I'm here for it.
If you have not seen Brian Cage, he looks like a brick.
A moving brick.
This dude looks like a brick.
Sting is 61 years old, man. His old ass don't even be taking no power bombs like that. The Machine Brian Cage is this buff dude from Chico that looks like he will just tear you apart, and he took a very good, I think, on both parts. It's because it's give and take, Sting really took it. It was convincing, and Brian really did it well to the point where I was like, damn, that looked like that really hurt.
Sting was left in the ring looking up at the ceiling while the camera was looking at him like, Am I gonna make it?
And we still don't know where Darby Allin is. He's still
where the hell was Darby? Darby wasn't even around. Darby's still in the damn body bag somewhere.
He still is, but hey, man, maybe if Sting would have been a little bit quicker last week, Darby would have been there this week for him.
Taz didn't even have to do anything. Taz was just kind of like, well, yeah, that's what you get.
Man, do you want to go more in depth about the matches that we liked, or do you want to just get into the next show?
Let's get into the next show.
Fuck it, why not, man?
Let's go into the next
Let's get straight to it. Okay. Friday Night SmackDown.
Probably the best show of the week. I'm going to say it right now because, dude, come on. After AEW and NXT, like, Raw was really like,
Yeah.
Like, this is literally overall the best show of this week.
Spoiler alert, this is my show of the week. I'm sorry. I can't wait till the last second. Well, maybe we'll elaborate more. But...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to follow this format. I know. But God, it was so terrible this week.
Yeah, this wasn't that great. But SmackDown was cool. SmackDown was awesome. We see Edge coming out with an in-ring promo talking about how he's getting ready to make his decision who will face after Elimination Chamber. This leads to Roman coming out. Edge tells Roman that it's actually Roman that needs him in order to be the main event
I like that.
at WrestleMania. And he was very convincing with his words.
Yeah.
And again, every week we talk about Edge being on this different level with the promos. He said something that I thought really stuck out. He said that Edge himself, he can face anyone on Raw. It could be AJ Styles, and that'll still be, WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre, that's still main event. Randy Orton, that's a main event. And he sees fear in Roman's eyes. Edge says that he respects him, respects his family, but he got too much too soon, and that he's cracking under pressure. That the pressure that Edge himself hasn't even applied to him yet.
Yeah, dog, what he said.
Yo, I'm telling you, Edge's promos, he is killing everybody. And I don't know if it's just because it's from that time that he took away from wrestling to really focus on acting. But man, he's killing it. He says, do you want me to expose the dents in your armor? Check your ego and actually think about that long and hard. Is that what you want?
When he said that, like in my own personal head, I'm thinking, yo, like when someone tells you that they can expose you,
right?
And are you sure you really want me to do that?
That brother was spitting.
Yo, that is some real good writing right there. That was awesome. That was awesome.
That was.
Just that alone, that promo, Killed everything.
So just as the tense moment of the stare down was going on, we see our boy Sami Zayn comes out.
I rock with
He
Sami.
interrupts and says that he's going to be the Universal Champion. He's got his whole conspiracy theory videographers with him.
Yo,
he
yeah,
gets in the ring.
He tells the cameraman, "No, you move out the way. Let my cameraman.
I need
get this.
my cameraman to get this."
I want to be in front of the WrestleMania logo."
So as he's pointing to the WrestleMania logo saying he's going to be Universal Champion,
Man,
our boy Jey Uso hits him with a super kick. And he's out of there.
he came through with the hate, bro.
Well, I mean, Jay's going to be in the match either way. So, I mean, you know, it made sense.
It made perfect sense. And he was back there the whole time itching to do something.
Yeah, you could tell.
Oh, walking back and forth.
Jay's always ready. Like, I know they say Zack Ryder, always ready. No, Jey Uso, I'm going to get him.
Yeah.
You can tell he's ready for it.
It was dope. It was a good segment or a good promo.
Let's talk about what happened as we're seeing more about the Intercontinental Championship scene with Shinsuke Nakamura versus Apollo Crews that was announced.
I liked it. Big E was at commentary, sitting down.
Yeah.
What was he eating? I forgot what he was eating, but he was eating something.
He had a TV dinner.
He had a TV dinner.
He had a TV dinner. He's sitting there barefoot with he had like those foot massagers, those water foot massagers, and they had a little mini fridge right next to him. But here's what I enjoyed. They're giving Apollo more character development. We talked about how we don't want to see you just as a smiley, buff black guy with a bald head, as we've seen several times before in several wrestlers. What did he say? I'm sorry. Apollo says that his family is Nigerian royalty. That if Big E would have talked to him, or talked to his family the way that he talked to him, that he would have their tongue removed. So he's like, yeah, man, like, you guys got to take me serious now. I'm not playing no more.
Yeah, like, I'm here. Yeah. I'm here. I'm a threat to the title. I'm a threat to your throne.
Stop playing with me. That whole you go back to catering, that's not going to work with me.
Yo,
he's not taking no for an answer, and I respected that.
That go back to catering line that he says to Big E at the end of this.
So let's talk about what happened in the match. The match was actually, honestly, it was a quick match. Nakamura got a quick win after he hit this arm breaker straight. It was like he went to the submission and went straight into like a pin. And
it was dope. It was
very dope.
It was hella tight. I did not see that coming.
Neither did I. And I don't think Crews saw it either because he was pissed. He got outside the ring and grabbed the steel stairs. Big E tries to stop him, saying, "Nah, man, this is it. This is it. You know, this is over. Let it go."
Beating up Nakamura basically after the match.
Yeah. And Big E made the classic mistake.
Turned his back on him, and Apollo Crews let him have it. And
why would you turn your back on a man with a weapon?
Ever. That big. That guy, because he was trying to tell him, "No, it's over. Get out of here." Whatever, blah, blah, blah.
You gonna come out here, sun me, tell me to get out of here, and you think I'm not gonna hit you with these big ass steel steps?
Yeah, that's the one thing. Big E's playing that role where he's trying to sun Apollo Crews,
and it's just not cool.
And so then Apollo Crews got him on the ground. He's looking at him. He tells him, "Oh, you want me to go back to catering?"
I got you.
Yeah, you want me to go back to catering? Okay. Throws the steps in the ring, kind of looks around. Referee's like, whatever, like, don't do this. He picks the steps back up and throws them outside the ring.
Gorilla press style, over his head.
Yeah.
Drops him just over the ring, landing on Big E.
Yeah, and that was...
He's out. They stretched him out for the rest of the night.
Yep, put him on a stretcher, and he was out of there. Good for Apollo Crews.
Yeah, man. So we're clearly seeing a heel turn from Crews. He's being more defined with it, and we're seeing more character development, which is what we've always wanted. So,
listen to that. That was the first match of SmackDown for the night. That is incredible already.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't beat that. They followed it up with a pretty funny segment with Bayley with her Ding Dong Hello, and she featured the women's tag team champions Nia and Shayna.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I saw this, and I thought it was cool. It was all right. I lightly paid attention to it. I think Bayley with her glasses and her haircut.
She looked fresh with them glasses. And that turtleneck she had on, she was like, hey, honestly, Bayley, you was looking kind of good, girl. Like, I see you.
Yeah, no, she killed it with that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I was just kind of zoomed in, zoomed out, zoomed in, zoomed out.
No, I think this was just a segment to kind of just tie the pieces together what we're doing with we see with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
And this ultimately led to Reginald coming out. Now, Reginald, our boy Young Pants Reggie.
Young Pants.
We've been talking about him almost every episode.
He's really getting on a lot of this camera footage, man.
He's getting TV time.
Yeah,
and that's kind of cool. So let's talk about what happened. they're talking about Sasha Banks, and he says, no, if we're going to talk about Sasha, she's like a fine champagne. And Nia, you're more like a box of Franzio wine. So that pissed off Nia, and she's trying to see him about something.
Yeah.
So that ended up turning into a challenge. So it ended up being a mixed gender match with Reginald again. And it was Sasha. We had Bianca Belair and Reginald versus Nia, Shayna, and Bayley.
I'm good with that. I was good with that.
Quick match, but the result was we saw Reginald. He was doing his tricks again. He jumped into the arms of Nia, and Bianca and Sasha hit a double drop kick, and he got the pin for the win. They look like, I honestly feel like they're pushing something with him.
Well, what was cool about that was the fact that who he was with. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I wish it was a tag team. I wish that was the manager.
Right?
I hope this is
if that's where they're going long term. But we already know it has Mega Powers vibes to it with those two for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It's combustible.
I just don't. How does he go from? I don't know.
So later in the night, we saw him return to Carmella.
Yeah.
And that's her sommelier, and he had a glass of wine for her, and she's upset that he went out and helped Sasha and Bianca win. That part. And at first, I was like, okay, are they just planting those seeds for are we just supposed to believe that, all of a sudden he's just this good guy, or is he still on some deviousness and still working with Carmella, and are they just trying to deceive us right now? But I think it kind of went a little bit further when she tasted the wine, spit it back into the glass, and then threw it in his face.
Yo, and see, by doing that, that tells me, yes, you're pushing him.
Yeah.
As a face now.
That's the equivalent of a Stephanie McMahon slap to the face.
For sure. I don't know
or modern day.
I just don't know what's gonna happen though. Like, I'm not sure how this Sasha Banks thing is gonna turn out. I don't know what to expect. Good in some ways, but also confusing.
But you know what? I think that's how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to know, especially leading up to the road to WrestleMania.
That's true. I mean, yeah, if you know what's happening, then it's like, you know what I mean?
Well, let's talk about
what
I thought was kind of cool, something we didn't know was going to happen, and we saw a match between Rey and Dominic Mysterio versus Chad Gable and Otis.
Okay, now I watched this basically on Instagram, this match.
That's all you needed to see.
And it threw me off. I did not see this coming.
I don't think anybody saw this coming.
Nah, I didn't see this coming.
Let's update the fans. Otis is turning heel.
Yeah, Otis is turning heel.
Fun, lovable, Chucky. No. And you know what? This is kind of cool because we know that Vince McMahon really likes Otis. Yep. So if he's taking someone that is such a babyface, that's naturally a funny guy, and turning him to a monster heel, that's an investment.
Yeah.
That's what I see. So pretty much Otis in this match, he squashes the Mysterio family. He squashes Rey. He trucks Dominic out of the ring, and he's nowhere to be seen for the rest of the match. And it was a quick squash match.
And Dominic should be nowhere to be seen on TV right now.
We didn't see no caterpillar. We didn't see no like the pump in the hips. None of that Big E stuff. That yes, I do believe that Otis just bit off a lot of stuff from Big E. Yes, I did just say it. But it was none of that. So we're seeing a more aggressive version of Otis, and I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I want to see where it goes. Chad Gable's around,
and that's even more helpful.
And that's cool because I think they need more villains for the tag team division.
I agree.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen.
Let's get into the main event of the night. We had a 6-man tag match with Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Baron Corbin versus Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, and KO.
Good match. It really, for me, picked up at the around the middle to the end.
Around the middle, I saw Cesaro going crazy, man. He picked up, was it Baron Corbin?
Yeah.
And he hit with the Cesaro swing?
Yeah.
So they showed him doing it twice. They showed him one time where it looked like he could barely swing him, and he was getting around, and he kind of fell. Mm-hmm. And then when they returned from commercial break, he was swinging shit out of that boy. he was getting some hang time.
I mean, he started kicking the crap out of him to make sure that he can get that swing going.
Yeah.
I basically saw the parts where he was getting his ass kicked, though, when Cesaro was just, in the corner. Corbin was trying to distract the referee, and Sami Zayn comes up and kind of like kicks him. The ref sees it. He's like, "Hey, it wasn't me." He's like, "Dude, I clearly saw you." I was like, "All right, I don't know if that was supposed to happen, but that was funny, and I was here for it." And then
well, we forgot to mention that Edge was on commentary this whole time.
that's right.
And throughout the night, each competitor in the match had come and approached him and basically put their pitch in of like why they think that they will be the main event post Elimination Chamber. We saw Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin's one was funny.
That was the funniest one.
Yeah.
When he's talking about he had a $300,000 timepiece, I believe,
like,
and
yeah,
Edge pulls out his phone. Is like, well, hey, here's my timepiece, and it takes pictures too. And the funny thing is, Edge actually posted those pictures on Instagram the next day. So like I literally seen exactly what he
This
said.
is classic Edge though, with like Christian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
like,
him being himself.
What was the old gimmick like?
The 5 second pose?
5 second
Yeah.
pose. So like, you know what I mean? Of course, this is perfect.
Let's talk about how the match ended.
Okay, so Daniel Bryan, as usual, per usual, comes into the ring and just basically manhandles.
Does DB.
Yeah, man. Who was it that he was with? It was Sami Zayn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he does this off the top rope double hook suplex into his.
He rolls straight into the yes lock. Yes.
The yes lock.
For a quick tap out.
Yo, and it was so smooth. And then as he's standing up, you know, celebrating, doing the yes, yes chant, that's when all hell breaks loose. And Corbin comes in, hits him with his, what was that? The
End of days.
End of days. And then from the end of days,
we saw a stunner, I believe.
A stunner from Kevin Owens.
And we saw a Cesaro uppercut.
Oh, we saw Sami Zayn's
Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder. Fool, that finisher is raw.
That's smooth, right?
Yo, that was like my first time seeing the Blue Thunder.
The full rotation and everything.
That was dope. And
everybody, it's a finisher fest.
Yeah, Edge gets in the ring, hits
a spear on Jey Uso.
And then as he's standing up, here comes Roman out of nowhere.
The head of the table.
And he hits him with the cleanest spear.
With a grown man spear. He's like, yo, this is how a spear looks when you're doing it in your prime, boy.
And he stands over him in his J's, just to basically let him know that, like, I'm here. I'm the guy that you need to go ahead and wrestle at WrestleMania.
Yo, Streetwear Roman is that dude, man. Like, coming out in the J's, whooping that ass, and, you know, you just got to handle it. You know, he is coming out and he's performing at another level, man. And I know I've been saying this for a while, and I try not to be that guy that's like a Roman Reigns stan. But, yo, when you're... I watch hella wrestling. I watch damn near 9 hours of wrestling in 1 week. Like... If you got to give me something that's going to really make me stand out and talk about you, and he's doing it.
This is what we wanted, though. We didn't want Roman Reigns, I'm the big dog, this is my yard. We didn't want that. We wanted Roman Reigns heel.
Being yourself.
Yeah, and it works, and it's dope.
And stuff like this with Edge, this works.
And Edge is that damn good on the mic.
He needs that dance partner.
Yep.
Drew's not that person.
No.
Finn's not going to be that person.
No.
It has to be Roman Reigns.
It has to be Roman Reigns. So... I was happy with that.
I was very happy with that. We already talked about it, so let's reveal it for sure. My show of the week, Friday Night SmackDown.
It has to be Friday Night SmackDown. I'm with that too.
Okay, let's talk about your wrestler of the week then. Who did you have for your wrestler this week?
Ooh, that is a tough one right there. God, my wrestler of the week. It still, even if the match was sloppy, it's the hot tag that always wins for me.
The hot tag god.
The hot tag god, bro.
What's his name?
Ray
Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix. Dude, he can't do no wrong on a hot tag. Everything he does is insane and it's captivating. And he does more in just a matter of 60 seconds than the majority of what happened on AEW as a whole. Like, he's that damn good.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Okay, I'm going to go a little abstract on this one. I'm going to pick 2 people.
Okay.
First one, Edge. Edge is my wrestler this week.
Okay.
From the promos alone.
Okay.
And him actually stepping in the ring, getting physical with Jey Uso, and seeing that for sure setup of what's going to be happening with him and Roman.
I'm not mad.
That really stood out to me.
Okay.
2, I'm going to go with Bad Bunny. And I know it's controversial, This is the biggest streaming artist that we have in the world right now, representing WWE on Saturday Night Live. Who else can do it?
Dude.
Props to Bad Bunny. You're the number one seller in the WWE shop right now. That means
I
numbers don't lie.
I shouldn't like this pick. I should not like this. I shouldn't like this. I think it's funny though, and I think it's hilarious. I think it's great. I know Jim Cornette. What the fuck? Yo.
Hey, Jim Cornette. This is my fucking show, bro.
Yo, I'm feeling it, man. Hey, it is what it is.
You got your own platform. This
Edge,
is mine.
Edge and Bad Bunny. You know, it covers all bases.
Yep.
It covers all bases. It is.
You got someone that's going. You got someone going against the top star in the WWE in Roman Reigns. Someone that Edge, he has the story coming back, who's been gone for 10 years, and then got injured again last year. Now he's like, nah, I'm coming back to the top, and I'm gonna get this title. And then Bad Bunny, dude. I barely understand any Spanish, and I go around the house and I play that damn Booker T song all the time. I walk around work, I am a P. I am a P. I am Booker T. That song goes. Like, yo, you won me over, bro. You won me over.
Well, I'm with you on this, okay?
We did not pick a match of the week.
My match of the week. It's going to have to be Santana Ortiz and Young Bucks.
Same here.
That's my match of the week.
Because the tag team chemistry was there from the beginning. I never want to be the person that feels like, hey, the belt makes the team, but I really feel like they need to solidify Santana and Ortiz as one of the most prestigious tag teams that they have in AEW. They need to start pushing them and position them so that they are looked at as one of the best tag teams in the world, because I look at them that way.
I'm with you on it. It was a damn good match overall. If you haven't seen it, you need to go back and watch it. That was my main event match of the night, even though they put it in the middle of the segment. I understand why, but it's by far it was a standalone match. It was dope.
For sure. All right. Besides that, is there anything else that you want to mention about the show today? Any projects you got or anything?
Right now, it's just the EP is out on iTunes and Spotify. No requests. Go get that. The stream's at about close to 12,000 streams now.
That's what I'm talking about. And we're right below 10,000 last time, and we achieved that goal of hitting above and beyond that. So we appreciate our listeners checking out the show as well and streaming that project.
Other than that, I would say keep tuning into Jabroni Bros, man. We're getting more.
The momentum is rolling.
More attention over here too. So thank you guys.
Yes, you can find us at Jabroni Bros Pod, spelled JABRONI BROS Pod. We're on all social media platforms. We're trying to get our name out and work in the towns, brother. Once again, folks, my name is Just Fresh.
And I am Mati Bush.
We are the Jabroni Bros Wrestling Podcast, and we will see you on the next episode, our Elimination Chamber reaction show. Peace.
Woo!